Here's the harsh reality nobody wants to talk about. An EMP attack wouldn't just shut down power. It would erase modern life in seconds. No phones, no cars, no communication. Everything that runs on a microchip, gone. And the scariest part? Most people wouldn't last a week without it, but while the world panics, a few smart preppers already know the secret. Survival doesn't depend on what you own. It depends on what still works when everything else dies. This isn't science fiction. It's a real-world threat the government has openly warned about for years. A single high-altitude EMP could collapse the grid, wipe digital records, and send entire cities into chaos overnight. That's why today we're revealing the 12 most critical EMP-proof items you absolutely need to stock up on right now. Gear that'll still function when the lights never come back on. From off-grid power tools to low-tech communication gear, we'll cover exactly what to get, how it works, and why these could be the difference between surviving and becoming another statistic. And here's why you need to watch until the very end. We're going to show you the one item that protects everything else on this list. Without it, all your preparation means nothing. It's the invisible shield that separates those who survive from those who lose everything in the first few hours. Welcome to Food Fixer, where we help you stay prepared, stay informed, and stay ahead of the chaos. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button right now. Trust me, you'll want to save this video for later. Let's start with something most people completely ignore. Number 1, the hand crank radio. When the grid fries and silence hits harder than the explosion itself, this little box becomes your lifeline. A hand crank emergency radio doesn't need batteries, solar panels, or Wi-Fi. Just a few turns of your wrist, and boom, you're back in the loop. After an EMP, information is power. You won't know where the danger zones are, which areas are safe, or when help's on the move unless you're tuned into shortwave and emergency broadcasts. A crank radio bridges that gap between isolation and awareness. Most models come with built-in flashlights and even USB ports to trickle charge your phone, assuming it's protected. And the best part? It's dirt cheap for what it offers. You can grab a solid one for around $30 to $60. Storage tip here. Keep one in a metal ammo box lined with cardboard. That shields it from the pulse. Also, stash a spare crank handle because those things take a beating. Number 2, mechanical wristwatch. Here's the thing. When an EMP hits, anything digital turns into dead weight. Your smartwatch becomes a fancy paperweight. But a mechanical wristwatch? That's old-school survival tech at its finest. It doesn't need charging, satellites, or software updates. Just a few twists of the crown and it keeps ticking through chaos like it's 1950 again. Why does this matter? Timekeeping is survival. You'll need to track daylight, ration schedules, patrol rotations, or even coordinate with others over radio check-ins. Without a working clock, you're guessing, and guessing gets people hurt. Go for a manual wind or automatic movement. Brands like Seiko, Citizen, or Orient have models that run for years without a single battery, plus they're built tough. Most of these can take dust, mud, or a fall and still tick like nothing happened. A solid field-ready mechanical watch can run you $60 to $150, but prices jumped nearly 12% last year thanks to prepper demand. Number 3, solar battery chargers stored in a protective case. You can lose the grid, but you don't have to lose your power. A solar battery charger is one of those silent hero tools. Small, steady, and life-saving when everything else is fried. The sun doesn't care about EMPs. And as long as your panel and circuitry survive the pulse, you've got energy on demand when the rest of the world is literally in the dark. After an EMP, there's no plugging into the wall, period. But with a protected solar charger, you can still juice up small essentials like radios, flashlights, and rechargeable batteries. That means light, communication, and a fighting chance to stay connected when others can't even turn on a flashlight. Go for a foldable solar panel with a USB output and a power bank combo. Store the power bank and the controller in a metal case lined with cardboard. That's your shield against the initial blast. A decent portable solar charger runs around $50 to $120. And once the grid goes down, they'll be worth more than gold. Number 4, two-way radios. When the grid dies and cell towers flatline, the only voices you'll hear are the ones coming through ham radios. And trust me, when silence takes over, hearing any voice becomes priceless. After an EMP, every digital signal chain breaks. Phones, internet, even short-range walkie-talkies with circuits get cooked. But a protected analog radio lets you stay in contact with other survivors, coordinate rescues, or pick up emergency broadcasts from miles away. In a world that's gone silent, this is how you build your network. Go for analog models with minimal digital components. Store them inside a metal container wrapped in layers of protection. Keep your radios separated from their batteries when stored long-term. That prevents corrosion and extends lifespan. Also, print out your local frequency list. Paper doesn't short-circuit. Expect to spend $35 to $100 for a decent handheld radio, and that's a bargain considering it could literally connect you to civilization. Number 5. Propane or kerosene stove. Here's a cold truth. When the power grid dies, your kitchen dies with it. Microwaves, electric stoves, even your fancy air fryer, all useless. But a propane or kerosene stove? That's old school independence. It doesn't care if the lights go out. As long as you've got fuel, you've got fire. After an EMP, you'll need a reliable way to cook food, boil water, and stay warm, all without flipping a switch. Propane and kerosene stoves run clean, hot, and steady, making them perfect for survival cooking. Plus, they work indoors with ventilation and outdoors, which is key when weather turns rough. A small dual-fuel camping stove can cook full meals, heat soups, or boil water for purification in minutes. Keep extra fuel tanks or cans sealed tight and stored in a cool, shaded area away from direct sunlight or ignition sources. A dependable off-grid stove runs $40 to $100, and fuel costs are still manageable, but not for long. Number 6. Manual water filter with no electronics. Here's a fact you can't ignore. You can survive weeks without food, but only 3 days without clean water. And when the taps stop running after an EMP, the hunt for safe drinking water becomes priority number 1. Electric purifiers are toast after an EMP. But mechanical filters use physical membranes. No electronics, no failure points. They strip out bacteria, parasites, and contaminants straight from rivers, lakes, or rain barrels. You drink, you live. It's that simple. Popular options are perfect for personal use and can filter thousands of gallons. For families, larger systems can handle bulk water and even store it safely. Keep your filters dry until first use. Once used, always clean and air dry before storing to prevent mold or bacteria. You can grab a basic filter for under $30 and larger setups run around $250 to $350. Number 7. Hand tools with no batteries. When the EMP hits, your expensive power drill turns into a paperweight. In a world without electricity, the people who can still build, fix, and improvise by hand are the ones who stay ahead. Whether you're repairing a shelter, cutting firewood, or building a rain catch, you'll need tools that don't depend on a single volt. A good hammer, wrench set, handsaw, and screwdriver kit can get you through almost anything. Focus on steel, not plastic. Forged hammers, adjustable wrenches, and hand-powered drills will outlive you if kept clean and oiled. Store your hand tools dry, oiled, and organized in a sealed toolbox. Rust is your real enemy here. You can build a solid hand tool arsenal for around $100 to $150 total if you shop smart. Number 8. Analog compass. When GPS dies, your smartphone's map dies with it. And suddenly, most people won't even know which direction home is. An analog magnetic compass is survival tech that never stopped working. No batteries, no satellites, just pure, reliable direction. After an EMP, every digital navigation system will flatline. Knowing how to use a compass and map means you can still navigate terrain, find your location, or track escape routes. Go for a quality baseplate compass. They're accurate, rugged, and simple enough to read under pressure. Pair it with maps of your local area. Keep your compass away from magnets and batteries. Store it in a padded pouch and protect it from moisture. You can still snag a solid compass for around $15 to $40. Number 9. Cash and silver coins. When the grid goes dark, your debit card is just plastic. Your crypto is trapped in cyberspace, and your online balance might as well be a fairy tale. In a post-EMP world, cold hard cash and physical silver instantly become the only real currencies left standing. Once digital banking collapses, the economy resets overnight. Keep a stash of small bills for day-to-day trades: fuel, food, batteries, medicine. As for silver, go for 1-ounce rounds. They're recognizable, divisible, and nearly impossible to counterfeit in a crisis. Don't keep all your cash and silver in one place. Split your stash. Silver's been creeping up, and experts are already warning of another spike as currencies wobble. Number 10. Mechanical grain grinder. When the grid goes down and machines stop working, your pantry full of raw grain suddenly turns into bird food. A mechanical grain grinder transforms raw grains into flour or meal, the foundation of survival cooking. After an EMP, grocery stores become ghost towns. But if you've got stored grain and the ability to grind it, you hold the key to bread, tortillas, pancakes, and emergency porridge. Pick a manual grinder that clamps to a sturdy table. It's slow, yes, but reliable. No batteries, no electricity, no problem. Store it dry and lightly oil the metal parts to prevent rust. Expect to spend $50 to $150 for a quality manual grinder. Number 11. Oil lamps and candles. When the grid dies, darkness isn't just inconvenient, it's isolating. Oil lamps and candles are your lifeline to light, warmth, and sanity. Light isn't just for seeing, it's for surviving. It keeps morale up when the nights feel endless. Stock up on lamp oil, cotton wicks, and a couple of glass or metal lanterns. Keep lamp oil and candles in a cool, dry spot away from heat sources. Oil lamps can still be snagged for $15 to $40. And finally, number 12. The one item that protects everything else. A protective metal container or shield bag. It doesn't matter how much gear you've hoarded. If one EMP blast fries all your electronics in a heartbeat, your radios, flashlights, and solar chargers could be rendered useless. This protection blocks the electromagnetic surge that destroys circuitry. A simple metal ammo box lined with cardboard works perfectly. For portable protection, specialized pouches are perfect for radios and power banks. A solid setup can cost under $40, but demand is climbing. Bottom line, survival isn't just about stockpiling supplies. It's about keeping the right tools alive when chaos hits. Drop a comment below with the one EMP-proof item you trust the most. Hit subscribe now and stay sharp, stay stocked, and remember, the future belongs to those who prepare.